the truth is, like I was saying yesterday, there are two sides of a coin. There are two sides a man will be judged. But the most important thing in life is, at least when your critics are going to judge you, let most of the things they'll say about you be lies. I'm sure you got that part. But the sad thing about Buhari's legacy, President Buhari's legacy, is the fact that most of what the critics say are not lies. You know, people will not like you based on what you represent, so they will say many things out of sentiment. But people will like you and they'll say things in your favor. He's got his good side and his bad side. But the things his critics say are not lies.
Such as?
Oh, number one, role played in NSAS. It's not a lie. See, youths on the street kept on calling for the president to speak while NSAS was going on. He didn't see anything. It was the day after the killing he addressed Nigerians. And a lot of people felt that address was even underwhelming. That's not a lie, it's a fact. We treat them in a language they understand. Making reference to the Civil War was not a lie. That was why that tweet was reported and it was taken down, and they went ahead to ban the platform. See, here he has good sides though. He has good sides. With due respect, he has good sides.
Yeah.
What are his good sides? Yes. Provision of welfare system. Trader money, anchor borrowers, all those things. Yes, it was intended well, but it went south because of the management. The fact that, yes, we can help a lot of people through that means. It was intended well, but like I said, it went south. So the intention to even do it, the intention to set up the humanitarian ministry, the intention to even set up things like PEBEC, yes, it's commendable. But you see, in the grand scheme of things, when we are talking about don't speak ill of the dead, that's why people should do well when they are alive.
I mean, but the humanitarian ministry, that was set up, right?
Yes.
I believe it was Sadia Farouk who's the minister.
Yes, but we also know how the humanitarian ministry ended, Femi. It's a lot of talk about corruption. But the intention of doing it was a good one by President Buhari, because he largely campaigned based on the welfare of the people, which was a good one. You can see indicative of what people say in his village. He has a heart for his people. He did well in his own right. So when he set up that humanitarian ministry, it was to buffer against, and yes, some of the monies were being released to people, but how was the management like? I mean, there's still many cases here and there, allegations back and forth. But going back to the injunction of not speaking in for the dead paying tribute, it's a good thing to pay tribute. But the truth is, it is also when people go, people remember what was done, how they were hurt. So you see, according to the Nigerian, don't speak ill of the dead. Don't speak ill of the dead means that those that are alive to remember that when we die, it is the same scrutiny that will be visited upon us. And that's why we should pinch ourselves. Even Buhari himself knows that he must have done something wrong. I don't know if they can play that video where he said, I'm human. In the course of my life, I must have done some things wrong. People that have hurt should forgive me. He said it. It's caught on tape. He himself knows. So, all of this is not to say the fact that we should not respect him and respect his service for the country. But it's also a reminder to those leaders that are alive today and what will be said of them. That's why when you go to the church or you go to the mosque, when somebody dies and the leader preaches a homily, it is for you to remember that one day your immortality is coming. So pinch yourself a bit and be very circumspect. And you have to even be double circumspect when God gives you the privilege of a leadership position. How many presidents have we had in Nigeria? Have we had up to 50 people adorn the position of president? No. In a country where you have over how many people? Over 200 million people. So it's a privilege, it's a rare elite category. The question is, so what now do you do with that power when it is not given to you, it's something you should pinch yourself and you should be because see, if you look through all the religious injunctions, God has a special judgment cadre for leaders because the accountability is double. So these are the things that we should look at strongly, and may God help us as we go through today. The memories of his good works will never be forgotten. Like I said yesterday, Buhari is a hero to many. But otherwise, when you mention Buhari to many, it leaves very sad memories. You will always be judged by what with. But at least do good so that many things that your critics will say about you, at least let them be lies. Because there's no how when you die, critics will not say evil things about you, but let them be lies. Let people say, okay, you said it because you just don't like this person. That's the formative word here.